Hello, and welcome back to Radiant Dawn 0% Growths. We are on Chapter 3.3. Last chapter, Titania was the MVP. Not really surprised. I was trying to feed her kills to the limited extent that we had them available. And as a result of that, we do now have her at 99 EXP. Unfortunately, that took almost all the BXP we had, so like we can't really do much else with it. But the good news is that she can level up this chapter, and then we can get her to promotion going into next chapter. And correspondingly, I did take Paragon off her in favor of Pass, not just because she doesn't need Paragon, but also because she needs Pass. Paragon is now on Shinon, who's the next highest level character. Well, maybe... Oh, no, actually, Ike is still only 12. Okay. Yeah, so... Shinon is the most likely candidate at this point for another character, like, doing natural progression to 20 as opposed to Master Crown. I mean, obviously, it would be more valuable to do that with Har, but we're going to get a Master Crown this chapter, so that's just going to go to Har, and we're just going to not even worry about it. And plus, Har wants to keep Celerity, so I also took Pass off of Heather and gave the second one to Oscar. I think that's... Oh, and I keep not saving when I do this. Take Shade off of Heather and give that to Riss. There we go. Yeah, what else did I do? We got some supports now, so we've got the Ike Mia support. Maybe we had that last chapter? I can't even remember. Titania Oscar and Shinon Boyd. This one, like, Ike Mia is a classic one. Titania Oscar is pretty expected. This one is just like... I'm deploying them. They're generally in the same area, and hey, you know, it's useful for now, but I'm not expecting like a ton of mileage out of this one, but it's convenient for now. And then the only other thing worth mentioning is that there's actually a Draco shield that's available for sale in the bargains for this chapter, and I did manage to scrounge up 8,000 gold to buy it. I don't know if that is a good idea or not. I would say normally in like a gross playthrough it probably wouldn't be, but in this one, like where every like, you know, critical stat point is precious, like, you know, by which I mean primarily HP, strength, speed, and defense. I mean, it's hard for me to pass that up, so we'll see whether that comes in handy or not. I mean, I'm sure it will be like at least not useless, but we'll see whether it's instrumental or not. Yeah, I think that's all there is to talk about here. Okay, so here we are on Chapter 3.3. This is kind of like a, you know, hit all the switches or like a multi-arrive or multi-seize, because you have these 6 supply piles, so 3 kind of here at the bottom part of the map, and then 3 here at the top part of the map, that you have to set fire to all of them in order to end the chapter. And to do that, you just need to stand next to them, and there's a command that says burn. So, in general, that's pretty easy to do, because there are not, like, enemies right on top of the supplies, with the exception of this one right here. So even though this guy over here, Vayona, is like the boss of the chapter, the real boss of the chapter is this halberdier right here, because we have to... If this is like, it's basically like this is the seize point, or at least the arrive point. We have to kill this guy in order to burn these supplies. We have to burn these supplies in order to complete the chapter. So he's the real boss. Like this guy, we can just ignore him. This guy has also got 21 speed, which is pretty annoying, and means that the only person who's capable of doubling him is Mia. So we have to get a little creative to take him out in a rapid fashion. In general, the halberdiers in this chapter, have 20 speed, which means Ike is not doubling them, which is sad. But what can you do? This is also the first chapter where we're not deploying everyone, so, actually, wait, there's some other stuff I should talk about before I get into who we're deploying. So, there's 2 tents, or actually, sorry, 3 tents that we can visit. One here, this one has a Blossom scroll, this one has a Master Crown, and this one has the Hamern Staff. So, we don't really care about the Blossom, but we definitely care about the Hamern and the Hamern and the Master Crown. Which definitely, like, if we could afford to skip one of these tents, like, man, that would be a lot better in terms of making it practical to complete in time. But since we do care about both of them, it's pretty challenging. And additionally, there are 2 senators that come out of this tent and this tent carrying items. The one coming out of here has the Ashera icon, and the one coming out of here has a white gem. You can steal those, and in fact, you get BXP for not killing the senators. But we don't care that much about BXP, and it turns out that trying to use Heather and steal them rather than just killing them is, like, causes some problems. So, instead of deploying Heather, we're just going to kill them and take our hit to the BXP. We do also get BXP for these horses living, which is, like, guaranteed because the enemies don't attack them, and we're not going to open the doors to let them out, so, like, whatever. It's just free BXP. Yeah, okay, so in terms of deployment, since we're not deploying Heather, we are deploying Ike, Hard, Titania, Oscar, Shinon, Mia, Soren, Boyd, Gatry, Riss, and Nephany. Nephany, I tried for a while to complete the chapter with Heather. Nephany's basically the one who I'm substituting in instead. So we're not asking a lot out of her. Anyway, let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Har come up here and whack this guy with a hammer. He's not going to kill him, but he is going to do a bunch of damage and set him up to be easily finished off. And even though we've got these 2 with Past, we do need to get a lot of people through here, so we need this guy out of the way. Then we're going to have Ike break the door down with a Wind Edge. And we're going to have Boyd come up here and trade Ike his Forge and attack and kill the General. Boyd, not really the one I want to be feeding kills to, but what can you do? We're gonna hit this guy, chip him down with Riss, and then we're gonna have Shinon finish him off. For Plow. And then we're gonna equip our ranged weapons on these 2. Because there's a Sage over here that we want to be able to counterattack. And then we're gonna come over here, trade Shinon a crossbow so that he can counterattack at melee range against this guy. Rescue him. Take him with... Well, I'll do that. Take him with Oscar. Drop him off. Then we're just going to move everybody else up. Fall in behind. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of reinforcements that come in right there. And Shinon set up to enemy phase this Sage. That kill with Oscar. There's the first of those two senators I was talking about. This one has a share icon. Alright, so first thing we're going to do this turn is we're going to bring... Actually, let me check something here. So, I'm going to do 19 with Ike. And Boyd can do 18, and that is a kill. Alright, so we're going to do that first then. And then we're going to have Mia come up, and now that she's in support range, less likely to take damage. Have her take that guy out. And then we're going to have Titania equip her forward. She's going to come up and rescue Ike. Stop right here. And so so what we're trying to set up here is we want Ike to be the one fighting these guys who are going to like run down. Which is why we don't want, like, we could have moved Titania here or here. But we need to drop Ike, right? And if she were here or here, like, either Oscar drops Ike here or here and then stops where he is, or he has to drop Ike back here in order to continue forward. Yeah, it turns out to be a little bit more convenient if these guys come further, like, around the side. Additionally, we want Oscar in front here, as opposed to Titania, because Titania does more damage to our final boss over here. And basically, what we want is for Titania to be able to reach him just to attack him, and then Oscar to be able to reach the supplies. Right, because we're going to have Titania attack, she doesn't need to be able to reach the supplies. So as we make our way around, the fact that Titania is one square behind is fine, whereas if it was the other way around, we'd have a problem. Okay, so, yeah, let's go ahead and... Actually, let's do it this way, just for... get that support, that extra +3 to hit. So Shinon just killed that senator. The senator, if you leave him alive, well, depending on whether you block the lane the way that Shinon is currently doing, if you do, he'll run out to the right. And interestingly, doesn't try to like escape out here, but tries to go like up this way. But in any case, I did, like, the first thing I tried doing when I was trying to figure this chapter out was blocking him here and then sending Heather in, like, basically kill this guy, block here, and then send Heather in after him. And that works well enough in and of itself. The problem is, like, if, you know, the goal is to steal from this one and the one that comes out of here, then, like, Heather can't quite get... like around here and up here into position to steal from that guy in time without like getting into range of these enemies and having them like potentially kill her, and which, you know, is not super reliable. And if she stays out of their range, then like there's a sage, basically the guy comes out like here and there's a sage here. I want to say 1 2 3 4 5 6. No, maybe he comes out here and the sage is here. I don't know. It's something like that. So that, like, what you would want to, what you need to do is like run across the sage and the senator to like the far side. And then the other problem with that is, like, in addition to needing to be in their range to be close enough to do that, you end up like potentially getting attacked by enemies over here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The senator is just here and the sage is here. So yeah, it ends up like not working out super well. The other thing that I tried was having, like, not blocking the guy. Then he comes out to here, which is really annoying because then he's, like, right in the way where we're, like, trying to go through. So then I had a strategy that involved, like, shoving him to here and then stealing from him. But the problem then was just that I, like, ended up spending, like, too many actions on that. Not enough actions, like, doing other more important things. So now we're doing this instead. We're just killing them. Okay, so we are going to... We're actually going to heal Oscar with the physics staff, even though he's right here and we could heal him directly. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want to shove Mia, and we want to move Riss as far as we can. So then we're going to come over here. So we've got this short spear equipped. And take Ike, drop him here, which is going to allow us to counter attack this guy. These two guys will go after Ike because of provoke. Oh, whoops, I did this in the wrong order. Haha, I hope that this guy doesn't hit Har. Okay, good. Yeah, so it turns out that I was supposed to attack with Har first and see whether we needed to heal Har, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That spot is 11 spaces away from Riss, who has 11 range on his physics staff. So he could heal Har, and the reason it's important to heal Har if he gets hit is not really because Har's at risk of dying, but because this guy will attack Har if he's like on low HP. And if he does that, he might attack him from here. I think maybe he always does. At least I seem to recall that being the case. And the problem is that we need Har to go through here next turn. Like, we cannot abide by this guy standing here. So that's it's a good thing that that guy missed. Or that Har canceled, rather, I should say. Anyway, alright, so now we're going to come up and shove Mia. And we're just going to land to enemy phase that Halberdier with Gatchery with the Steel Poleaxe. Soren's going to come up, can't shove, unfortunately. Not that it really matters. Riss doesn't need to be shoved, but still would be nice if he could. Alrighty, so now Har is just going to visit here and grab the Hamern. Send that to the convoy and then fly across where none of the enemies can actually reach him. Then we're going to bring, let's see. We could actually... It doesn't matter. I was going to say, we could actually use the Seal Bow rather than the Forge to kill this guy with Shinon if we brought Boyd over first, but we will actually want to do it in the other order. So Shinon is going to take that guy out. That's going to open the way for Ike to come up and attack this guy. And then, how's this looking? 80, 72. Alright, I guess we go for 80. Oscar here. Come around to here. And Titania is going to at least try to take this guy out. Alright, it's not really a big deal that she failed there. As we got other options. But I do want to check on this. So Soren, you do 16. Okay, Soren. So Soren can finish that guy off. That's good. That means we can do that. And we can shove Boyd. And yeah, we're going to come up here with Mia. Need to use the Forge? Yes. Get some damage on this guy. Hand Axe. And Nephany is just gonna walk on up, and I think we are going to go ahead and heal Ike here, even though we might need to heal him again next turn, depending. But if we don't, like if he doesn't get hit again, then having risks available to attack would be nice. So... Oscar taking damage is not ideal. We might have to heal Oscar as well. Oh, nice. Okay. That actually, that crit, pretty much solves all of our problems. Or should. Most and or all of our problems. Although I want to check, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. So if you do want to heal Oscar, we need to do it before Oscar moves. So the idea is that we're going to put these two all the way over here, and there's a whole bunch of enemies over here. And so it is, in theory, risky not to heal Oscar. In practice, right now, Oscar has super high avoid, and he's not really very likely to die even from this point, but I would ideally prefer not to take the risk. The only issue is that Ike needs to attack this guy. If he gets hit, then, like, there's some risk of him dying to, like, this guy plus this guy, where he's both going to be in... He's going to be in range of both of those enemies. Mia, unfortunately, is one spot too far away to kill this guy, and if we were going to shove her with anyone, it would have to be Riss, so that doesn't really work. Well, one thing I know we're going to do is that... Actually, wait, Boyd could reach... Okay, let me... Can I afford to do that? Because then Oscar can just use a vulnerary. So if I do that... Okay, so the situation here is that I need to set Nephany and Mia up to burn this supplies thing and visit this tent, respectively, next turn. So from here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need somebody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually the same spot. So what we really need is one person here and one here or here. Nephany right now can get exactly there. Mia can get exactly there. Which means what we really need to do is shove one of them with Boyd. So I think we can't actually... do that, unfortunately, because basically we want Mia to come up here and then get shoved by Boyd, and let's see, yeah, Ike cannot get past here, so I think, let's see, Ike's got 21 defense, this guy's got, so he does 10 damage, this guy does 21 damage, I want to say, yeah. So that's 31, and then this guy does 30 minus 9. So actually, Ike only dies if this guy crits, which is possible, but unlikely. So we're gonna heal Oscar. That's the play. And can we actually... we can't get Mia in range until Titanium is out of the way, so there's no point in messing with that just yet. Alright. That guy missed, so we're definitely good to go here. I think now Ike may even survive crit from the archer? No, I guess he probably just dies regardless if that happens, but... yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Alright, so yeah, we trade Ike a Wind Edge so he can counter the Sage coming from above. We don't care about the sniper here, it's just the Sage that we need to get out of the way so that we can get to these supplies and burn them. Next turn, Mia is going to come around, as like I said, and we're going to shove with Boyd. And we're going to shove with Nephany. And Gatry is going to come over here and visit this. Okay, yeah, here's what I was talking about with these two guys. Yeah, I mean, so as you can see, Shinon killed the senator here last turn. So like, if Heather were here and we had to like, you know, chase one of the senators this way or whatever to steal from him, like, we're trying to finish this next turn if that wasn't already obvious. There's not really any way for her to get up there and steal from this guy next turn. If she steals it from here, we kind of have the same problem unless we like shove her a bunch. Realistically, we would want to like have her steal from here and then take her this way. It's just too much work. So this is what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're actually gonna put Soren here to lure this guy away. This guy should stay put, but like just in case he doesn't. And well, man, maybe Soren would like some XP. I don't know. Alright, and then the final thing we're going to do, Har is going to burn these supplies, and then it's going to come over here and prepare to help kill the boss. That guy right there, that sniper that just attacked, is the scariest one because he has a killer bow. And like, if he crits, it hurts. But fortunately, usually he just misses. The fact that he hit there is actually a little bit like scary in retrospect. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, like, actually having to kill those enemies is not really practical. Like, I've tried strategies that involve dropping a strong unit like Ike up there to help deal with the boss over here, and it just does not end up working out. Like, there's just, like, too many enemies in the way and not enough ability to get somebody up here to help out. And, like, Har is so, like, strapped for actions, that like the key to getting this all to work was figuring out that I could drop Ike here, have him kill this guy and the guy coming up from here, and then shove him like I'm about to do, and have him burn the supplies over here, because this means Har doesn't have to do it. And that was like the thing I was trying to figure out is like, okay, how do I kill this guy? I can't double him. I can't get anybody to him, like, unless they have pass. I mean, maybe I could have given Ike pass, but then, like, I still have the problem of, like, just being too far away. Like, even if Ike's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, like, it's not really any different from having, you know, these two here instead, except that that means one of these two doesn't have pass, which means they can't get through the Armor Knight over here, and etc., etc. Yeah, like, I was thinking about, like, how can I get Har to be involved in killing this guy? Because Har can get there just fine. And this is what I figured out. So, yeah, we're gonna have Mia come over here and visit here and get the Master Crown. We're gonna have Nephany come over here, burn these supplies. Soren, burn these supplies. Gatry, burn these supplies. doing all the burnination this turn. Oh, yeah. We're going to shove Shinon forward with Riss and have him take this guy out and get the white gem. And I think we just got our our Seas Brigade going on here. So Har comes over. It's that guy. And we have Titania. And this is her full movement to take that guy out. And then finally, finish this off. We burn the last set of supplies, and that's it. Chapter 3-3 in 5 turns. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one. It's not only is it like I spent a decent amount of time thinking that this was going to be a 6-turn clear, but also kind of feeling like it was a little slow, and I wasn't really like maximizing, you know, what my units were doing, and like, gosh, there's got to be a way to do this in 5 turns. And it's been a long time like tweaking and figuring it out. And there was a stretch of time where I was thinking, I just need to rig a Killer Axe crit with Har Titania against that guy up there, so that I don't need like the all 3 of Oscar, Titania, and Har over there. I was gonna have like Oscar go get the supplies in the upper left. But this solution doesn't have like any of those reliability problems really. Like I mean, in theory, probably Oscar could die on enemy phase of this past turn, at the turn 4 that is. In theory, we could take enough damage that like Riss has trouble healing, like, you know, like if Har gets hit, and then like Ike and Oscar are also getting hit on like turns 1 and 2, like maybe. But like in general, it's pretty reliable. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. It's a fun chapter. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for Chapter 3-4. Until then.